Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a month. I'm so sorry. Also, my laptop is literally broken, so this won't even be edited. This will be a straight shooter, bro. Period. Let's get into it. Everybody wants to know the time that oh, my name's Kira, by the way. The time that I went to meet a guy I met on Clubhouse. So we all know Clubhouse has only been out for maybe 3-4 months, right? I got on about 2 months ago. And I got into a speed dating room. It was called Travel Bay. These people who travel or whatever. Like, you're black? Oh, black travel. Speed dating. And so, like, I'm on Clubhouse. Cool. This room was really cool. Like, the vibe was good. They were just like, you get on stage if you have Clubhouse. You get on stage. And like they would ask you questions, and somebody in the audience would like click on your picture. They go to your Instagram. Oh my god, you're cute. No, you're cute. No, you're cute. Right. Period. So I'm in this room. I'm scrolling through the audience. I'm on stage. I'm scrolling through the audience, and I see this little chocolate brother, you know, and I'm like, okay, he look a little cute. So I click on him. It's Instagram, and he actually looked like a little nerdy. Like, I'm like, I don't know, real token boy. I work for freaking JP Morgan looking type, right? But I go to his highlights, and I see he kind of turns up. Okay, like, this man is Ivy League educated. He is 6'3". He got teeth that bling bling. Like, I was like, let's just see. Follow. Cool. I go back to the room. Like 5 minutes later or so, I'm back on Instagram. I get a DM. He's like, hey, I'm about to leave this room in a second. Mind you, I haven't spoken on the Clubhouse like stage yet. He's like, I'm about to leave this room, but we should start our own room later. If you don't know about Clubhouse, you're not familiar with it, you can start private rooms with people. And I was like, I'll do you one better. FaceTime me, daddy. Right? Cool. So we get on FaceTime, and we literally, that was November 28th, because people keep asking about timeline and dates. That was November 28th. We never stopped talking every single day. The next day, I think I texted him. I'm like, how many times do you think about me today? He was like, too many to count. Whatever. 4 or 5 days into us talking, he's like, yeah, like 2 or 3 months. Cause I'm the city that he lives in. I'm not gonna say the city that he lives in. I was going there already for my birthday. I guess y'all find out when I go, right? And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be there then. He was all like, that's too long. You know, I need to see you. Blah 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 blah. So we said we're gonna go to Utah. Like, we're gonna go meet in Utah. I ain't never been to Utah, but there's snow. It's pretty romantic. So I get kind of excited. I'm like, oh, this is pretty. Like, this is cool. He's like, yeah. I can pay for everything when you get there. I will pay for the accommodations. And I know everybody wants to know, did I pay? I did pay for my own plane ticket. That's because that's what I feel comfortable with. Also, to answer questions, because I didn't expect people to be so freaking mean on TikTok. Or why you fly to him? Baby, I live at home with my parents, okay? And I'm always in Houston. I'm a travel blogger. I'm a fashion blogger. I like to be in new places, on new scene. If somebody's going to pay for it, well, I can spend $92 on a ticket, you know, whatever. That's a whole nother conversation. I was comfortable. I was fine. Cool. So we talking every day. We're really feeling each other. And it's so crazy because he gets an Airbnb, which I do not know why he got an Airbnb. He lives in this city, mind you, the city that we end up flying to. Oh wait, we didn't go to Utah. Sorry. We didn't go to Utah because it was shut down. So we decided to go to his city instead. And he got an Airbnb. And when we got there, we got 2 separate rooms too. I was like, sir, I know we kind of moving fast, but I don't know you like that. We need 2 different rooms. Boom. So we got 2 different rooms. And when we get there, in the middle of the night, this boy started talking about something. There's cracker crumbs in his bed. Cracker crumbs in your bed. Anyways, he's like, no, we're about to leave. We're not staying here another night. Yada, 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 yada. So this means, well, you can get in bed with me, baby. Anyway, he's in bed. We just cuddle and go to sleep. There's nothing much to us. Like, literally, we fall asleep facing each other. Like, you know, the cuddle where you facing each other, holding each other hand. Like, this is the first day I met him in real life. Oh, we got off the plane. We went to dinner. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're at the Airbnb. Cool. We wake up. He's like, yeah, no, I got us a hotel. Blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I really want to go to a hotel the whole time, but it was really the bad situation. But like, now that we've gotten kind of closer, because this was 3 weeks now until us knowing each other. So this is the week before Christmas. Now we've known each other for 3 weeks. We go to a super cute hotel. It was really nice. You probably saw it on my stories on Instagram. And he takes me to a private salsa class. We go out to eat, obviously, over and over again, because We was at a hotel, and I was gonna get the Airbnb anyway, so that was super nice. And then we went to go see the Christmas lights. We went to brunch, you know, Atlanta brunch turned up, whatever. It was super cool. Like, he's so nice. He's so respectful, emotionally intelligent. We just really connected, and I feel like it's so sad because, again, the horrible comments on TikTok and on Twitter that don't even show the full story. So on TikTok, that TikTok that I posted, it just shows you literally the beginning and then like the end. So I only showed you one trip. I didn't show you 2 trips. I didn't say that we was FaceTiming every day. You know, like, we really connected. I really felt this dude's vibe, and like, most importantly, I felt comfortable in my emotions. Like, I feel like every time I told him I had an issue with something, it would change immediately. So boom, as soon as I left from Atlanta, it's Christmas week, right? And I'm like, dang, I just left. I kind of feel like the texts are slow. Not slow, just like, instead of taking 40 minutes, like, or whatever, because obviously we work, blah, blah, you taking 2 hours to respond. But he's like, hey, it's Christmas, and I'm with my family. And of course, you would think that would sound like BS, right? But I promise you guys, as soon as I said, hey, I have an issue with this, oh, baby, it was never an issue again. I never felt like that again. Anything that I had a problem with, like, oh, when you do this, I feel this way, and vice versa. It was just immediately, that's something I'm comfortable with. Cool, we can talk about it. It was always me and him versus a problem. You know what I mean? And never like us fighting. Right? He's an Aries, crazy, right? I'm a Pisces, and it was really great, really mature. So boom, I'm in DR. Y'all saw that. I was in Dominican Republic, and I'm like, well, like, how are we gonna do this? Where are we gonna see each other? You know, like, every other month, what we're gonna do? You live in a different city, blah blah blah. So that's when we decide, okay, boom, we're gonna go to Utah. Bet. So I get on a plane the week after the Dominican Republic when we had that conversation, and we decided to go to Utah. So we go to Utah, and it's great. Like, Utah is beautiful. We have great breakfast, blah blah blah. We're chilling. We kind of spent a lot of time together. It's cold. I don't like being cold. We kind of spent a lot of time together, just like inside. And then we're talking in the morning, like we always do. Like, we literally started talking like friends. Like, I remember, like, one day before we Utah, he called me and like asked me for advice, and I was like, dang, this nigga, I don't know if I can say that. This Negro really likes me. He's calling me, asking me about, like, what I think about things, you know what I'm saying? Like, how we see the world. We just had a really deep, great conversation. So having another conversation over breakfast, and it kind of comes up, like, I'm like, I don't know what we were talking about, but I was like, so do you think you could be faithful in a monogamous relationship long distance? And he looks at me, thinks about it, and he says, I just really can't see like that past 6 or 8 months of not being in the same city. Now, this is news to me. Now, this is the morning. We still have the whole day and half the day tomorrow to hang out together. In my mind, I'm like, nah, I gotta cut it. Like, I can't do this because I want to be in a relationship, right? And I deserve to be in a relationship. I deserve what I want. And I've been honest and upfront that that's what I wanted long term. I'm just kind of like, okay, so I really don't say nothing about that particularly. I just kind of get quiet, and we continue our conversation. Continue talking about what we were talking about. Cool. We go ice skating. We go see the sights. We go to dinner. We go back to the room. Now it's like, we fall asleep, and like, we wake up at like 2 in the morning. He's like, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? I'm like, you know what you said earlier about, like, why are we dating if you're not gonna, like, you know, ever think about being with me? You know what I mean? Like, seriously considering being with me long distance. You know where I live, yada yada yada. So then he kind of goes on to say, like, Kiara, well, I totally understand that. Like, I feel that, and I would love for it to continue talking. He wants to continue talking, but, you know, that is how I feel. And I'm like, so, by the way, like, this dude, like I said, he's highly educated. He has a pretty good job, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But he is working on his dreams of becoming an actor. So he was like, I really want to focus on that. And, you know, I understand because I have a full-time job as a teacher, and I'm obviously working to become a model. So we just really clicked on 10,000 different levels. And every time we talked, I told you it was so smooth. So I told him how I felt about that. And that was just non-negotiable for me. Like, I want a boyfriend, and that was somebody who I could see myself really growing with, and somebody who I wanted to grow with, if I'm being 100% honest. But I had to break it off because I'm just like, no, like, that's not gonna work. And I'm gonna just also say, like, I'm so proud of myself for that, because one, being honest and upfront about my intentions, I'm not always doing that. Two, cutting it off when I realized it wasn't gonna serve me, even though this person is truly amazing and there's literally no love lost. I think he is absolutely wonderful. And he was just saying, Kia, I think you're wonderful. I think you're so beautiful. I think you're so smart. And, like, there's not many just like you. But I don't want to grow to resent you. Like, I don't want to, you know, start focusing on us and our relationship. Maybe that takes some time away from acting. Whatever. Y'all could say that's a BS. You could say you think he was lying. Personally, I believe he was telling the truth. Yes, he should have told me earlier that that was his mindset. Yes, he was wrong for that. Yes, we talked about that. We discussed that. And, but still, at the same time, I appreciated that honesty and that the opportunity to be able to be vulnerable with somebody that you're, like, romantic with and have a real connection with. My phone died. I also wanted to say that he really just gave me... I feel like dating him was a little snippet of how I would want to feel in a relationship, right? So secure and loved and heard and seen. So it really kind of just restored my faith in love. Guys, I'm 23. Every relationship is not going to end the way, you know, in marriage, right? Does that mean it wasn't successful? I don't think so. I think we had a very successful relationship, and I think we respect each other. And I decided that I'm going to walk away from every relationship with my damn dignity. One, my self-respect, right? So I think leaving when I realized it wasn't serving me was me doing that. So my phone ran out of storage. I had to delete some stuff right quick. But just to end it off, to say, like, that's kind of the end of the message that y'all saw. So you saw, like, none of that middle, and it kind of just jumped to the end where we agreed that, like, it was so beautiful to have a healthy relationship where we could talk, where we could realize, like, we fit, we are awesome. Like, I told you, like, obviously I was like, you're the peanut butter to my jelly. Obviously I'm being corny. But it was the best for us to move on so that we don't grow into a space where I resent him for keep dating him for months and he don't want to be with me. And he resent me because I'm forcing him to be in a relationship. Forcing, I would never. But anyways, look at me. But yeah, so we decided that we're just not going to talk anymore, even though it was beautiful. And I'm glad I got to experience it. So thanks for listening. See you in the next video. Ciao.